What's up, guys? Madam here. Today I'm going to show you how to play Monster Fight, which is a game you've seen me talk about several times already. They just released their adventure mode, which is the first opportunity to actually fight the monsters that you've been hatching on Wednesday. So now that I've kind of got the feel of the game, I'm going to go through it step by step to show you exactly how to play. So we're going to first start with my screen share. And we'll go over to the Monster Fight website. If you click on adventure mode, actually go to download first. If you haven't downloaded the game yet, you will need to connect your wallet. And then once you hit continue, you'll have a registration page where you do need to connect your wallet to an email address and a password. Be very careful with choosing your password. Make sure there are no spaces or special characters that could mess it up because they have not coded in a password reset yet. So you don't want to have to go through that trouble. So pick a super simple, easy to remember password, because this is the info you're going to need to actually log into the game. Now, the game is not the usual games on the blockchains that we've seen before where you go to a DApp website. In this case, you're actually going to be downloading the application onto your desktop or onto your Android phone. I think Android's coming soon. I don't believe it's out yet because they wanted to work out all of the bugs before they sent that over to Android. So the best way to play right now is going to be through your desktop. So once you go through registration, it'll bring you to a download link, or you can just go under the original download on the website and then click down here to need to download. Click here. Once you do that, it'll pop up a window. If you're on Windows, there's probably a warning of some sort that says don't download, and that's because they are not technically a registered app developer, and that's simply due to the rules with crypto and everything. So instead, you're going to click it says more info, and then you'll be able to download anyway. So you want to go through with that. Once you're downloaded, it will be an icon on your desktop, or you can link it to one of the tabs below. Okay, so now that you've got it downloaded, you want to go add your team to the game. You do that on their website, monsterfi.io. Click on adventure, and it will bring you to this page. So you'll see all of your monsters are listed here. You can categorize them by rarity as well. And then you will select a monster for each slot. You get 3 slots on a team. I'm going to do my most powerful at this point just for demonstration purposes. So once you have all 3 monsters selected, then you will add the monsters to the game and approve that. And it pops up. And you should get a little notice here. See, successfully loaded to the game. So now you're finished with the website. Now you go and open the application. In order to open it, you want to right-click the icon and run as administrator. For some reason, if you don't do that, it can be glitchy. So run as administrator, click yes, and it will come up here. Okay, so you should already be logged in. If you're not, if this is your first time, then that's where you would enter your email and password that you created on the website. So enter that, click play. It'll bring you into the game. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit here. Might be a little loud. Okay, so it'll prepare your monsters. When it's ready, it'll pop up and say start battle, start fighting. Tap to start. Here you go. All right, so this page, you don't want to immediately go into the adventure because you get a chance to swap out skills. So as you know, each monster comes with 4 innate skills, whether it's basic attack and some other ones, and then you can add acquired skills. I think it's up to maybe 3 more acquired skills, maybe 4. But you only get 4 skills per monster in the game. So if you want to pick and choose the skills, you can go under skills. You'll click on the monster. The 3 at the top are the ones that are banked right now. Those are the ones that you would fight with, but you can swap them out. So you can click on a different skill and replace it. Now, the skills are really important in battle, and honestly, it's a lot of trial and error. They do have a document, and I'm going to cut here and I'll pull it up. Okay, so this is the document that is part of their pitch deck, which you can get to by clicking at the very bottom of the website. And this table is going to be really good for the fight because it shows you what type of monsters fare the best chance in a fight with other kinds. So I wrote myself a cheat sheet, or you can print this out. But if you have a fire monster, you're going to have a better chance of damage if you're fighting an air monster. For water, fire, air, earth, and earth, water. And you even have a less chance when you're fighting. So take a look at this table and just try to keep that handy as you're fighting, because that'll help you get more damage, in the game. Okay, so we're back to the skills page. I have learned that I prefer to have these damage skills instead of a heal. This minor heal, I don't feel like it does much for me in battle. If I'm already dying, it only gives me a little bit, so it really just prolongs the inevitable for certain monsters. So I don't even use that. But you'll go through and you'll learn what skills are good for what monsters. I keep bubbles in case I fight a fire monster because they have really good damage against a fire monster. So, okay, that is my first monster. My second monster, I'm going to swap out a couple things here. Okay, and my legendary, my go-to monster. Let's see, we'll give him that and that. Okay, so once you've got all the skills you want, you go back to the game. If you click on monsters, it just shows you what skills they're fighting with. And then you can change the formation. I have not really played around with it to see if there's a benefit to it. So I don't know. I know when I'm playing against the enemy, I tend to go for the middle guy for some reason. So I don't know if you want to swap out, you can do that here. All right, so you want to go to adventure mode to actually play the game. But first, let's talk about what these different icons mean up at the top here. So these are your 3 monsters, and these are the monster levels. And then you can see this number like 150 out of 200. I need 50 more points to go to level 4. So you can track your monster's progress here. The whole point of adventure mode is to build up your monster's levels so that when you go into the real battles against real people, you're not getting your butt kicked. So, all right, that's there. And then up here, these little raindrop looking things, those are candies. You need candy in order to fight. It costs 1 candy right now for every battle. So, and then over here, you can collect 10 candies a day. There's a countdown clock here. For me, the clock has still been a little glitchy and hasn't been working out as well. But anywho, that's where you would collect your candy every, I guess, 6 hours or so. All right, so now we're ready to fight. Click on adventure right here. And you can see I've already done 18 battles. So I've been having a lot of fun with this so far, and I thought now is a good time to, show you what I've learned and show you how to do it if you are new. So you go to fight. You have a certain amount of time once they pop up your battle team to actually go to the battle. So I think you only have maybe 25 seconds by the time all is said and done. So you don't, there you go. So you don't want to not click that. So we're going to go to battle. All right, so up here is whose turn it is. You're going to be in blue. Your enemy's going to be in red. And then when it's your turn, it'll tell you what monster is fighting, and it'll pop up their skills. So you want to pick a skill and then pick a monster to apply that skill to. And you'll learn what skills work on what monsters. But basically, you go back and forth like this with all the monsters until they're dead. So I'm just going to speed this up. And when you click on the skills, you can see what they do, and that you'll start to learn the skills. But I would take a second and go to the main website, or to the bottom of the website, click on Game Guide and Roadmap, and then go over to the skill chart, and you can read all of the different skills and start to learn what they do and what ones work for you in the game. I prefer to go for the attack skills that do at least 110% damage. Those work the fastest for me in a fight. And remember, I have a legendary and an epic right here in this fight, so they're going to tend to do fairly well against these guys. And this is where you have to remember your chart that I showed you. Like I said, I've got it written down. So I've got a air, an earth, and a fire monster that I'm fighting. And unfortunately, I have all earth monsters that I've chosen. So that's another level of strategy, is when you choose a monster, choosing a certain type of monster. I don't have a water and a fire monster. All I have are earth and air. So my options are limited at the moment. But I did purchase a next gen water and fire egg from Atomic Hub so that I can have a more well-rounded team. Victory! All right, so that was the match. Shows you any points you earned on towards your levels. It might be a little bit delayed just because it's the blockchain. So once you finish, you hit continue, and your monsters go back to your wallet. So at this point, you let it time down, let it go back to the website, and then you exit out of the game. You go back to the website, and you have to rebuild your team. Now, I don't know if they'll adjust things in the future because it's a little bit cumbersome to go back and forth, but now you'll go back to adventure and you'll refresh once the countdown finishes. Okay, and your monsters are back. So you would rebuild your team by selecting your 3 monsters again and start the whole process over. So pretty fun game, to be honest. I've been playing, I'll probably play a couple matches here and there throughout the day, in between work. So it's a good fun game. It doesn't seem super glitchy. If it is, they're super receptive over on the Discord. So check it out. Follow the Discord under Monster Fight and stay up to date with any announcements that they launch. Enjoy and let me know what you think about Monster Fight in the comments below. And one more thing I wanted to note was that you earn Mofi, which is the in-game token. It's on the Alcor exchange. It's on another exchange as well. You can get more information about the token itself on their website under the Mofi tab. But you're earning it with each fight that you win. I think you win 0.3 Mofi every battle that you win, and then you can go back on their website and stake that Mofi to earn additional tokens. So I will show you that process in another video, but that's the whole point of the battles, is to earn Mofi. So there you have it. That is Monster Fight.